Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Courtney Byer. I'm a senior acting major at Oklahoma City University.
Nice. And when and where did you study abroad?
I studied abroad last spring, 2016, at Edgehill University in Liverpool, England.
Great. And what did your study abroad program consist of? Like, what did you do?
Since I'm an acting student, I went over there and studied drama, which is kind of different than our acting program here. Here you train in acting, and over there you study drama. So it was more of like a intellectual side of acting, a lot more reading. Not that we don't read here, but like a lot more reading and analysis rather than jumping in and doing workshops.
Great. And why did you decide to study abroad?
I decided to study abroad because my whole mantra, my motto is no regrets. And I knew that this was the opportune time in college to be able to live somewhere for an extended time without it being too expensive. And so I just wanted to really take advantage of that.
Okay. And were finances a concern for you? And if they were, how did you afford to study abroad?
I think finances is always a concern as a college student, but I made sure to really talk to my study abroad advisor here about scholarships and like reciprocal exchange programs, which is exactly what Edgehill was. So it was like I was paying the school and they paid Edgehill, and it was actually cheaper to be at Edgehill. So when it came to like loan things, I got more money back because I wasn't spending as much money there.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good advice.
Yeah.
And can you tell us if while you were abroad, did you experience any discrimination, or did you feel like you were treated any differently because of how you identify?
I don't think it was discrimination. I do think that there weren't as many black people in the north of England, because even when like black students would see us, it was like they would do a double take, and they're like, oh whoa, like there's more of me here, but like not black, like black English, it's like black American. But other than that, I didn't really experience any kind of discrimination when I was traveling to like Italy and all that stuff. They're more like really intrigued rather than like negative about it.
Okay. And did you feel like you had a support system or people you could go to express any concerns while you were in country?
Oh, definitely. I went with two of my close friends from school here. One of them is actually my roommate now. And we didn't do everything together because study abroad, that's not the point. You know what I mean? You have to be able to branch out, and you already have so much courage to study abroad, and that's such a brave choice to make. But you can't always like stick with your friends and like stick with the Americans. But they were so nice in the study abroad department over there, and you could talk to them whenever you were feeling like homesick and like any concerns you had. Bill, Brad, and Dan were like the best, and then of course you had Mary here, and my parents were also super supportive, and I could always Skype them, or Google Hangout is actually the way to go for that because Skype can break out sometimes. But yeah, I felt very supported on my journey during study abroad.
Nice. And last question is, if you can give any advice to a student who's a bit hesitant about going abroad, maybe this is their first time going abroad, they heard about studying, but they're just really, really nervous, what advice would you give to that student?
I would say that your nerves are normal, and like being scared is normal, but what you're doing is, it sounds so cheesy, but it's life-changing. You don't know what you're going to experience out there versus like you know what you're going to miss when you're here. Like for us, since we're acting students, we were afraid we were going to miss shows and some of our training, but just thinking about all the experiences I had that I would never get to have in America, all the sights that I've seen, all the people that I've met, it makes it so worth it. So if you're scared, that's totally normal. Go to your study abroad advisor, talk it out, or even find someone who studied abroad and ask how they've changed and how they've felt coming back, because you're going to be different and everyone else isn't going to be different. It's such a weird sensation, but it's an incredible one that I wouldn't change for the world, and I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
Great. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah.